Okay guys, we do have a pretty easy tutorial this time. We're going to try to install AMX Mod X in Half-Life this time. Excuse me if I sound a bit sick because I am a bit sick. Okay, and let's get into the tutorial. But first of all, I want you to do something which is really important, and by that I mean you will have to make some steps as well for the tutorial in order for it to work. You will have to follow the minutes from 00 to 3:34. These are the steps that work for Half-Life as well, but only and only if you don't have the AMX Mod X already installed. Okay, so this folder, if you haven't installed that, install it. But if you already have it installed, and by installed I mean that you have the installer here, uh, you don't have to install that again. Okay, so in order for it to work, we have to go in the installer. But first, let me do a quick thing. Okay, okay. So we have to go in the installer as well. The same steps are similar, but this time I'm gonna choose. Well, if you have Steam, just choose the first two options. But I don't have the Steam version, so I chose the fourth option. So I will go with next, and this time I'm going in the Half-Life game. It's basically similar to the one I made for Counter-Strike, because as you can see I still have the Counter-Strike 1.6 game in here, and I already have the add-ons. And what I want to point out is the following thing. This folder, C-Strike, is for CS 1.6 only. This folder, Valve, is for Half-Life only. So that means that this time we will want to install the AMX Mod X in that folder because, well, you might probably don't have it installed already, but the add-ons folder is in this place. I mean, yeah. So you will have to go with Valve. I mean, just choose the folder like that. Nothing much else. Just choose the parent like this. And in custom game add-on, we don't actually have to choose anything because we want to install it for the classic Half-Life, and there's no option for that. So we go with OK as well, and we will actually install it by clicking yes. And after that, it says that it finished, and right now we have installed the AMX Mod X as well in the folder. But similarly to the other video I made with Counter-Strike 1.6, we will need one thing to do. But before that, let me show you that it will not actually work. Okay, so at game you will have to pick Half-Life. I don't know exactly the maps in Half-Life, but I guess I will go for Boot Camp. Start server. Okay, and after that, I will go for that meta list. And as you can see, this time we don't have the AMX Mod X running, and it's pretty bad. Just so we make sure, I will open the game as well. Okay, I should have had the game ran in the background, not gonna lie. But anyways, we opened the game successfully, and this time I'm going for create server. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 not that. We have to connect to the server. Okay, so we are connecting to our server, and as you can see, we don't have the command called time left, which is bad, you know? So in order for us to fix this thing, we actually have to close the server. That's the first step. We go in the Valve folder, yeah, Valve because it's Half-Life related. Then we go in add-ons, and as I said in the video I made for CS 1.6, we have to go in meta mode and plugins.ini, and we need to actually enable the AMX Mod X in order for it to work by removing the semicolon. And we remove that, we save that, we close the file, and after that, we just start the server again by doing the same steps as before. And now by going with metal list, we actually have the DLL for AMX Mod X, and by also doing that, as you can see, we do have the commands like so. These are the plugins, sorry. These are the plugins that we have by running the command AMX plugins. And if we try to go in the game again on the same IP, we now should have the announcer for time left. And that's how you actually install AMX Mod X for Half-Life. The only problem is that I haven't seen a lot of plugins for it. I mean, yeah, let me just look on it again, if only I have it. No, this is the video. Yeah, so AMX Mod X Half-Life, I looked for that, but there aren't many plugins for it. You know, uh, if you know some plugins, it's pretty similar. You will have to go in in that folder, in Valve folder, add-ons, AMX Mod X, configs, and basically you will have to configure plugins similarly to the tutorials I made in CS 1.6. It's basically the same engine, so the only thing that will differ is the folder Valve. That's actually that's actually the only thing that differs from the tutorial I made for CS 1.6. So I don't find any reason to make a tutorial of how to install plugins on Half-Life because I don't know any plugins. And yeah. So that should be the tutorial, guys. I mean, that's a quick tutorial, and that's actually one way of installing AMX Mod X for Half-Life. Yeah,